If you are a SMB cybersecurity leader or CEO, and you are looking to outsource your cybersecurity to another provider to strengthen your posture, there are some key questions you should ask. The first question I would suggest asking is, what other third-party technologies are they using, or do they control their own technology stack? If it's not the latter, they don't control their roadmap. Other people do. And that is going to inherently erode the capability set of the offering. The other question to ask is, if they do use third-party technology, ask how current they are. Often, unfortunately, a lot of MSSPs and outsourced providers are many versions behind because they have this collection of third-party technologies they've integrated across time, which has become very brittle. And if they upgrade it, they might break it, so they leave it alone. You also should ask, how do they actually take advantage of threat intelligence that is unique to your industry? Threat actors have different, techniques and tactics that they leverage, and understanding whether or not your provider understands the tactics and techniques unique to your industry will be applied when it comes to what they're looking for, what they're hunting for, is very important. You should also, inquire about how they're going to help you to harden your environment, or what we refer to as, shrinking the attack surface. Are they going to help make sure your employees every single day become a bit more aware of what to do and what not to do in terms of being more cyber secure themselves and not falling prey to phishing, for example? Are they going to help you understand the vulnerabilities and weaknesses you have in your environment and help you patch them and fix them across time, so you become harder to compromise in the first place? Or if a threat is embedded from within, it's harder for them to expand that foothold. You should also ask, well, how do you ensure that something happens, it gets seen? There's not going to be a false negative, an attack that occurs that nobody observes. And so this is going to come down to the strength of their analytics. How are they looking across data? What data sources? Were their analytical models? And also, are they doing threat hunting and the depth to which they're doing threat hunting? The provider, will ultimately be as good as their technology and also their people. So ask about their people. How do they attract top tier talent? How do they retain them? How do they train them? How do they build them? If they cannot attract and keep the best talent, you're simply not going to have the best service and best value. And then, lastly, I'd ask about, what's the service feel like? What's the engagement model? How are they going to collaborate with you? How are they going to share information around what they're doing? How are they going to ask you questions when it's needed to transfer the context about your business that to them, so they can make the right decision fast and quick to avoid any risk and exposure to your company? And I think by asking these questions, you can be hopefully assured you're partnering with the right vendor to take you from your current posture to a strong cybersecurity posture.